I am not a financial advisor. These videos are all meant for educational purposes only. All complete Trader Academy videos are my personal opinion and perspective. Trading carries a high level of risk, and all results are your own responsibility. Please always demo first. Hey everybody, welcome back to CTA Review. Today is June 3rd, Monday, 2024. Hope you had a good weekend and a day here. So I'm going to try to make this quick. It's not going to be easy to, but I'm going to try to jump right into it. I didn't make a video Friday because what I told you Thursday happened exactly Friday. With an extra bonus of this big buy up. So when I was saying that the price would come down and get into this red line right here. So I was saying here, if you watch that video at this time, even I said at the end of the video, that we had a lot of breakout artists pushing up here from buying, right? So I said here as a minimum target. Now, of course, we came a little bit lower, so let's take a look at that real quick. And Friday, last Friday, right? We come down, we shoot all the way down. Now, okay, I'm deleting this so you understand that you can see here that we push right through, right? On that high right there and that high right there, right? So we push right through, right? So the price is coming back down to balance that price and get anybody who is a late buyer, for example, right? Any push out artist, and to watch that video so it makes sense. But what I could have done is, and of course I'm going to miss things. I'm not going to be able to see everything. But if you refined it down to this day candle here, this down candle, this May 8th, Wednesday, that down candle, you drag that out, you can see here that we purged that level by 1 point, like perfectly by 1 point. So you take the high of that daily and you take the low of this daily, which was obviously Friday we're talking about, bounce right off of that. So that's a down candle. That's nice demand wick right there, demand candle right there. And sure enough, we balance all that price. So we shoot down on Friday, and sure enough, and I'll do a little quick review on Friday too, but we shoot down and we come all the way back up and wipe out everybody who was selling in the same day of Friday. So Friday was a crazy day. I wasn't feeling that well, so I didn't do the video. For some reason, it takes me longer to catch up from vacations now than it used to when I was younger. But anyway, so real quickly, I'll go on a 5-minute and show you this, but you can see it here on Friday that when I was saying to get to that level, well, you're obviously selling, right? So we opened up and we have some consolidation, some bullshit. We retrace back up. This is, I'm going to zoom out on purpose. That's a lower high. Yes, you might say that's a lower low and a lower high right there. But if you look on a higher time frame, let's look at the 15-minute real quick. You can see here that it doesn't even exist. So it's just some wicks. So for example, what I'm trying to say is, if you look at this squinched up here, lower high, lower low. So you get this little raid right there, right? You were like, oh, well, that's lower high and that's lower low. Yeah, in a myopic type of view. But, on a grander scale, you understand that you have drives down, you have legs down. So this pushing all the way up from pre-New York and late London, not late London, but whatever, you see the price comes all the way back up here, right? So it makes a lower high there. Now the time is 9 something, right? We're getting into the New York time. So what happened here, and I can't mark out my chart with everything, man, I just can't. But as you see here, we start breaking down with these candles. Look at the 935, pushes all the way up, 940, right? Pushes up, right? So we're also inside, that this bullish candle here as an inversion. So it's 8:35, 5-minute candle on Friday. So man, I don't see how this video is going to be short, but and get everything that I want to say here, but I'll do my best, man. So, oh my God, where did it go? Kidding me. So that level right there, not sure why it's not showing. Fuck. Okay, bro. Now you're gonna hear a little bit of my impatience. That's so stupid, dude. Like, come on. Okay, that level right there, as you see, it pokes up, and it pokes up in this also candle here, 910. So anything I'm saying, you need to write it down, you need to back test it, you need to take a look at it. All right, because I'm not gonna be able to draw everything for you. But when I tell you a specific time, like this is 9:10 is up candle, go back and look at it. We poke right into it with this candle right here, and beautiful, nice sell right there. Where do we sell? We come all the way down to where we just discussed that level right here, specifically that May 8th, Wednesday, down candle. So we come down and it's just straight selling day all day. Then we come down to here, take a look here. You'll see that on this gap, you see the gaps in the background, right? So, and you're like, dude, there's a million gaps. Well, okay, that's fine. But at the same time, you can see that we bounced off that daily high right there, right? You see that? You can see it, can't miss it there. All right, I'm going to delete it now. Deleted. All right. And then I'm going to delete this fucking thing too. So deleted. And then look at the bodies here sitting inside that 5 minute time frame on this gap right here. And you can see it on the 15 minute. Look at the 15 minute. 15 minute, real clean. Bodies are beautifully sitting right there on that gap right there. So, right. So do you have that gap? Do you have these gaps on your chart, right? Like we are now on a 5 minute. We're also on an oversold area here, right? Jesus. Oversold area here. Lower lows right here. All right. And then we start to build up. I should have made a review so I don't have to make this long, but then we pop up right here and we come right back into this last down candle on the 5 minute. If I draw it, you're like, dude, just draw it. But, you know, there's way too much to discuss. And to be honest with you, this is just way too much to do, especially for free. But you can see here, I'm not saying trying to charge you either, but at the same time, it's like, you know, it's like, what are we doing here? But retrace right back in there, right? And then pushing up. That would have been a nice buy as well. Anyways, that being the case, shit buys up the whole rest of the day. Look at that shit. Beautiful. So it wipes out everybody. And then let me get back now into this today. Now, today's Monday. I don't really have too much expectations. I don't even really have too much of a bias even. And I do make a mistake. I do drop the ball a little bit today because why? Because I'm so zoomed in on the 1 minute. But I planned, let me just make this very clear. I literally came today after meditation and all my morning routine. I walk up to the chart and say, you are going to literally just take profit. Scalper today, pretty much is what I'm trying to say. You're going to take profit and that's all you're going to do. You're going to take a couple trades, you're going to take the profit and you're going to be done. And that's what I did. And that's why I wasn't able to catch the whole move. And you'll see in a second. But when I can see both sides of the market, I want to definitely, I saw upside and I saw downside, and I basically want to take profit and be profitable. My goal today was to be profitable, not to be right. You have to understand the difference. So with that being the case, I'm gonna show you literally how I started the day. I'm looking at this like, okay, we have this. All right, we're in this range right here. From lower high to lower low, we retrace back up. So the day opens. This is the New York open. I'm sorry. This is the week open. This purple. All right. And we push above. Now on the 4 hour here, we do have this gap right here that shows it. And there's no body there. There wasn't a body on the daily, but you know, there wasn't a body, period. Okay. So I made plenty of videos where we do attack this liquidity that was made from the Sunday opening. Now, that's where I dropped the ball. When I take this sell up here, I know it's coming here, but today I just didn't trust it. I didn't even trust myself, to be honest. And sure enough, the price came right to it. I was like, man, you fucking kidding me. But because of this lower high to lower low here, and when we're popping up slowly up here, well, look to your left. There's no way to make this short, bro. There's no fucking way. Looking to the left here, I understand that we have this piece of liquidity here, right? Which is, you can see it on the hour, sitting right there, right? And then up here, when we broke this little support level, this flat level, we come down and we come back up. So this is where someone would have sold to get down here, right? And we're talking about Thursday's price action. So when we're coming up, I'm like, okay, we've already took out Friday's high. Now, are they going to take out Thursday's high? And this is what kind of threw me off and tricked me. But maybe I just tricked myself, but it's natural. But I was like, are we going to take this high out on Thursday or not? In general cases, they would have took it out, but they didn't. And I still don't hesitate to take the trade. Let me just show you this. So when I'm up here, and this is where I mess up, I'm literally too zoomed in. I'm like, too zoomed in, like majorly zoomed in. But I understood that we had the new week opening gap in purple here, plus the opening range here too. So, but when I'm watching price come up here, I'm like, okay, where's it going to stop? Well, logically, it's either going to take out that liquidity here. That liquidity sitting right there. See that these two highs right there? Not here. I'm not talking about here, which this would have been decent, but this is still bullish when you're looking at the price action. But when this candle dips down, which is Thursday, which is 9:30. This is the 9:30 15-minute candle. When it dips down, that breaks that structure, retraces back, and then we're getting in sells right here. That's why they came up here. Now they weren't looking at this high here or this high yet. I'm not saying we're not coming for it now. I'm just saying at the time of the 9:30. Now that I've said all that, and I understand that, okay, well, we've also reached, we're like 8 points away from this 70 level, right? So this area, we're at a 61 and a 70 from the lower high to lower low fib. I'm gonna delete this now, okay? Because there's also this range that I understand that we're in. So this is a super game video. So I also understand this possibility. All right. So, forget the fibs altogether. I also know that, on the daily, we have this big wick, right? So some of it hasn't been mitigated, right? For example, and if you look here, you'll see on the 1 hour, it's just a big U, right? So down, up, right? So we didn't come back down. Is this a balanced price range? I mean, technically it is, but at the same time, this range here, if we come up and we bust it above this high, that's a break of structure in general speaking. So this also could be a shift up, right? This could be a shift. It's not really a great displacement or anything, but this reaction, when we came down here, it's not like we just closed here. You came all the way back up here, and then we shifted above. So once we shifted above, I understand that this is a range here. This is where I dropped the ball. I should have realized to hold this sell all the way down. Well, number one, I should have held the sell all the way into the opening range. I'm sorry, the opening gap of the week. Because if I scroll over, you'll see that these are the people who made money over here from the opening of the week, right? I don't trade the opening of the week, but when it gapped up and it dropped down, this right here, all these people here, lower highs right here, I mean higher lows right here. Well, those people were getting money all this time, right? So you ask yourself, the way I traded today wasn't from bias at all. It was from who just made money, right? And when I'm up here, I'm already logically thinking all these people here were making money, right? So I expect the price to come down here. And also a speaker. Let me go back here. You'll see this. If you look at the point of origin of today, can't you see that speaker? Higher highs. And then this lower low. See that? See that speaker drawing out? I don't even have to draw it out. You can see that. So that's the point of me discussing this, right? Also visually seeing it. But I dropped the ball in the sense of that I don't hold the trade. But I don't drop the ball. My number one rule today was taking the fucking profit. That's what mattered. So that being the case right here, you could see we open up here, we gap, and then we start moving up. So I'm like, okay. So price pushes up here, and then I'm on an overbought here. I understand that we just wiped out that piece of liquidity on the 15-minute over here I just explained. And okay, I'm looking for a sell. So boom, this 943 candle shoots up. We have news today, by the way. We had, oh my God, trying to make this simple. Where are we? So we had news at 9:45 and 10 o'clock. So that being the case, this will make you understand why I did what I did. But I wasn't worried about the 9:45 so much. But what I did is I took this trade early here because I was hoping to just push down, and it didn't. So I took a loss here. It came against me up one more time. I said, okay, no problem. We're coming up again. All right. So then I can either wait for the 950 macro, right? Or I just, in generally speaking, I'll catch it a little bit early. So what happened is we got this push-up candle here, 946. We had the 947, and then also now this 948. 948 pushes up. You get these three little lower highs. here. You can see that, right? You see that? The lower highs right there. Common pattern. Doesn't even go above 50% of this wick right here. And I'm only going to show you these trades because of the fact that just generally speaking, what my logic was. So when we're up here, I'm getting a nice fill right there. Beautiful. All right. And then I'm shooting for this liquidity right here. I don't draw it because I don't want to fill my chart up. But this liquidity here, you can see that. Can't miss that right there. That's what I'm shooting for. And sure enough, we do come here, but I'm showing you the purpose of this. And it was a great profit, so I had to leave it alone. That's my logic here. Plus, I'm going to oversold. And, I don't know at this point right now, when you're watching this, I don't know if this is going to be a support, right? We don't know that. I don't know if it's going to be a support and if it's going to go up one more time. Obviously, I don't know because of this high. This Thursday's high was really what kind of fucked me up, so to speak. So I didn't play the game like I would normally play it, but whatever it is, this is just natural. So that being the case, let me go to here so you can understand. Now price shoots down. I'm basically screenshot it like right here, right? That's what I'm doing. But I'm too zoomed in also is my major problem. So whatever, no problem. Then I have to be out of this trade. The reason why I want to get out of this trade is 9:56. And I close the trade because we have news at 10 o'clock. So boom, 10 o'clock comes, shoots up. What does it do? Shoots up, but it was suspect though. See how it comes right to this level here perfectly? And I see that and I'm like, that's a beautiful sell. But they shoot the wick down. I'm like, man, I can't be a part of this. They're on some fuckery shit, and I can tell, especially with even the candle that I took the profit out and I screenshotted the sell. Look at the wick. I'm just like, and then look at 10 o'clock, what they did. Shot it up and out. I'm just not even quick enough. And I'm analyzing at the same time. So, but the structure's there. So you got lower low, lower high, right? But I don't do nothing. Now this is where patience is very fucking key because I'm not trying to be involved in everything like I normally am. But I wish I did hold this to this level. This is what I wanted. But I left it alone. I said, no, just take it easy, bro. It's Monday, and Mondays are my worst days. So are Wednesdays. But I had to leave it alone. So shot down, made another lower low. Retraces back up. I wanted now here. I was like, you know what, dude, take this. Comes up right here. Then it makes another drive, second drive, and then shoots up for a third one. Very minuscule. You see that? See that? Very, 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 and then shoots down. But I just didn't trust it, and I wasn't sure if it was going to shoot up, so I left it alone. Sure enough, it was the beautiful sell right there. And it went right to my target, which would have been the opening gap of Sunday, right? So that being the case here, when I'm down here, okay, yeah, there's no way. Price comes down. This is super game, but you got to have all these gaps on your chart, man. So price shoots down here, gets right here. Okay. Now we've pretty much sealed to the head the opening gap, like, in general speaking. Not saying that it was open, but on this time frame. But anyways, price shoots down. All right, boom. I got this second gap below it, right? So it just shoots down right there, tags it. I'm literally in that trade with this candle, this 1104. So I'm in this macro here as well. So this is the 1050 to the 1110, right? So, and I won't even get into that, but general speaking, I take that trade and it shoots down one more time for the 1105. Once the 1105 shoots down, look where it hits. I mean, it literally pretty much tags the bottom of the gap, and then I'm literally in. I'm hoping for this to be a swing low right there. And then the 1106 comes down halfway and beautiful. Now, just to show you the trade, that's how I'm in the trade right there. See that? So hoping for a swing low right there. And I'm also having a divergence. I'm having a higher low here in the divergence here, and I'm having lower lows here. So that was, even though I took the loss here, I understood what was going on or what I wanted to see. And sure enough, it panned out. But I still took a loss doing it. No big deal. Very, very, very small risk that I'm risking. As you can see here, what's my risk here? My entry is at the 568. My stop loss is at 564. This is where I preferably would like to be in all cases, but higher lows here. And I'm taking it out right here. What was my goal here? My goal was to hit the 25%. Again, I'm scalping. I really don't know what's going to happen today, and I'm really not trying to find out. I'm literally just trying to take profit as much as I can. So taking this, I knew of taking this here, coming up above this little swing high right here with this little blue candle. See that? With the 25% level on the opening range. See that? So that plus this imbalance right here, you can see it right there, this little imbalance right there. So this area right here, this is my minimum goal. So I take the picture here and I'm done. I don't give a fuck about overbought here or any of that. I'm just trying to take this profit. Sure enough, great profit, take the profit. Beautiful. Okay, so that being the case here, once we do that, you can see we do come up again. And sure enough, look at this. Lower low, lower high. Lower low, lower high. Lower low, lower high. Lower low, stretches. Right? And so on. And, and I see all this, and then again, obviously, if this range from this bottom to top right here, 50% is here. You had the opening range here. I'm sorry, the opening gap here of the week. You have 50% here. Look where we come down to. We come right to a 61. There's so much to talk about. There's no way I can make this shorter. There's no fucking way. All right. So then, dropping the ball here should have held it to seal at least the opening range plus the opening gap. This is a fucking bread and butter normal trade for me to take, and I didn't execute. But this was 7 racks. This right here, 30 almost 4 racks, literally. So it's cool. I don't need to be right here. Yes, I have the right amount of leverage in an account, but that's if you only made $500, you might be scratching your head for more. But in general speaking, for me, this is great. I mean, this is fucking fabulous, actually. So the point of saying all that is, okay, what I teach in here is, you get your sell, buy, sell. You couldn't have caught that. You couldn't have caught that either. So it's fine. All right. Look how many moves there was today. Let's put it this way. I know I'm veering off, but you can try to veer off a little bit here. Take a look. Sell, the one I caught. 1, move up. 2, move down. 3, move up. 4, move down. 5, move up. 6, move down. 7, move down. 8. Move up 8. All right, and then that could be even 9. And I'm not even going to count these little ones in between. So, anyways, we pull up here. Oh, and this little background. Remember, if you watch Friday's video, I said there's a little gap in the background, this little one in the background. You're like, dude, are you serious? But yeah, it's on my chart. It's the same one I mentioned. This little one right here, all the way. I think it was from here. Yeah, May 19. That's still in cards. Look how we bounced from this gap, and we went right to that gap. Right, beautiful. Then we made another leg down, broke here, retrace, so on. I'm not going to draw all these imbalances. I'm not going to do all that. Sure enough, comes down right here. Now, when we're at the bottom here, we're at 50% here, and we also have this range. So the most high probability area in this area is definitely this 50% level of this range from this low to high. Plus, we have a gap in the background, number 2. Number 3, we also have these imbalances right here. Or this down balance, this up imbalance. Look at both of them together, right? So you have a nice range in area, plus you also have the people who broke out from here. On the 5-minute, I'm sure it's way more cleaner. I'm doing way too much. Way too much. Take a look here. Take a look here. See right here? See this price action right here? See, watch what happens when I zoom out and it looks thin. Can you see that? Can't you see how thin that is, that price action right there? See how thin it is? They're coming to balance that, right? Because if you take, I know this looks crazy. See that little thin area? See that little thin area right there? If I zoom in, you'll see that it's just a one straight candle, right? Right here. Look at these highs right here. Look at these candles. Look at how they bust through right there. See that? See how they bust through that 340 p.m. 5-minute candle? See how it busts through? Look how we came right down, right to it for any breakout artist, right? So this is balancing the whole gist I gave you on this whole macro situation of retracing back for anybody busting through. This is the same scenario on this little price action, fractal price action. See that? So it comes down, and if you look, where does it come to? It comes to a 61. It comes to 61 ahead. I mean, that's not, it's pretty good. So right to a 61. So this, what I'm trying to say is this area here is just so screaming. And yes, it completes a speaker. Yes, I dropped the ball and missed out on it. But guess what? I don't care, because of the fact that I only need a couple pieces of this moves. All right. Now I would have been loved to have held it from here to here for 20,000, but I didn't. All right. And that was my fault. But am I mad at myself? Just a tiny bit. But guess what? My number one rule was to take profit. Look here. Same situation here. So, you know, this is drive, you can look at this as drive 1. This whole thing is drive 2. This whole thing is drive 3. You're like, that's hard to see that. Okay, well, in a 5-minute, for example, and certain time frames are a little better, obviously. So in a 5-minute, we won't even count this because this is technically still bullish. But if we did, we could say that's drive 1. This is drive 2. And then drive 3 right there. I ended up catching this, right? For this little movement. I'll show you. But then drive 3, and then it fails for a drive 4. Okay, oh well, it's not fucking perfect here, guys, but you have to understand like what's happening. And then you notice that the bodies are staying in the 15-minute. Very simple. No way to make this short. So when this happens here, I'm like, okay, I'll take this trade. But guess what? I'm only scalping. I'm not trying to hit this home run. I'm not trying to go for the top here, buy side. No, none of that. I'm just looking for logical shit. Logical shit from here on the 1 minute. For me, this is kind of like drive 1, drive 2, drive 3. I'm inside the gap. I'm below 50%. That's fine. And here I have another divergence here, right here. And I take the trade. It happens to pan out. This could have failed. But where is I taking this trade? I'm taking it to the liquidity that just a simple trade. Now, the reason, going back to the reason why I'm showing you these small trades is because you don't need to be hitting home runs all the time. I'm not trying to hit a home run here. All I'm trying to do is get profitable and take the fucking profit. That's all I'm trying to do here. As you can see the trades that I chose. Yes, did I miss out on this sell right here to here? That would have been gorgeous. Could I have took this sell right here? Perfect. Didn't catch it. All right. And I was, by this time, I'm done for the day at 11, at London time, 11:20. So I closed this trade. Now I go to lunch. I'm sitting back. I'm chilling. I'm happy that I got my profit. And then I see this. I'm like, you know what? And I shouldn't have traded, but at the same time, I had a very strong conviction that this was going to push back up here. Just this little small move right here. Sure enough, I caught it. And sure enough, I took the trade, took the profit. And look what happened. It went down. It went against me. So would I have had a great day if I didn't take the profit for these trades? No. I had a great day because I took the profit from these trades. Now, you have to understand these little moves here. These are all trades. These are all good profits. But if you're holding this, you're losing. If you're not taking the profits, you're losing. Then I was done for the day for sure. I was like, nah, I'm not fucking with this. Left it alone. Look at this. Look what happened here. Look at this beautiful trade. Again, body's respecting. It was just a wick. We're already hit the 61. And sure enough, took off. So, could have been this. Sell. Buy. All right. Now, this buy could keep going. Or this could turn around and sell from here. So, sell, buy, sell. Does this buy keep going? And that's me talking. But the gist is they came back up to wipe out all the sellers. So this is the speaker, them coming right back up to take out all the sellers. This would have been a beautiful buy. Could I have caught this? Yes. Did I not? I did not. I don't give a fuck because I got these trades and my losses were very small. Just a couple losses. No big deal. So, so also had a lower high here in Dow and the divergence here. As you can see at the 930, we had higher highs here. And these were pretty equal for S&P. So we had mixed markets, right? Now, what also threw me off and why I didn't catch this whole thing was I wasn't sure if this was a high or low for Nas and we were going to push up here. This is what really fucked me up too as well. This was the addition to what fucked me up from not taking out Thursday's high was this right here. So when we were here, I was like, oh, you know, if I got both sides of the market in play, I need to be very careful. So this is really what I'm trying to say. But guess what? This was wrong. So I'm going to delete this and just show you this is what I was thinking. And this was the strength. This was what was really going on here. So we have that plus dollar wasn't helpful at all. Dollar was coming down while we were coming down. And then they did the switcheroo here. Now they're coming for these lows here. But they did the switcheroo right here at 215. So at 215, this came down and we came up at 215. So all this was not helpful until right there, but by then it was kind of too late. So that's the one reason why I don't like to use dollar, if anyone's wondering. So on a 5-minute, you can see here the 215 right here. So right here, in this price action right here, we decided to keep going up, and then they decided to keep going down. So, but they did this all at the end of the day. Fucking suspect as hell, obviously super manipulated, and this is why I didn't want to fuck around with today and find out. But I wish I would have stuck to my analysis, and this is a day that I did not. But guess what? This is a day that I did not believe in my analysis, and I was still profitable. How was I able to do that? By taking short trades and taking the profit. I mean, there's no other way I could put this. Plus, you have this here too. You have this imbalance right here on this 1 hour, and you can see nicely that we come and respect that 50% level, as you can see right there. And that this zone, I guess you can call it, between the 50 and the 61, just fucking gorgeous. And I got a gap in the background there, just held beautifully. So I know I made this video long, but where do we go from here? To be honest with you, there's too many options. So I'm neutral. I'm neutral on dollar, because dollar, it looks like it's coming down. It looks like it's bearish, but for you to, you'd have to close below this imbalance here on the daily. This is a weekly, by the way. Sorry. So this weekly, you'd have to close below here for us to be really bearish. So we can still bounce from up here and go up, right? So I'm neutral on dollar. And then as far as us goes, the thing is that this is going to do a number of things. And we're going to I've already outlined what we were going to do on a macro level. If you watched Thursday's video, I believe it was, when I got back from vacation. But with this response here, this looks really bullish. So I'm either going to say that we're going to be really bullish, like, let's put it this way, make one leg higher first. Okay. Not from there, but from where we are, right? Okay. So we're doing that, or just talking bullish only. And I think this can get ugly. I really do. But, or, we come a little deeper. Like, let's just say some shit like this. From here, I don't know if we take out that low, but just to keep it in general speaking, something like this, right? Come up like that, right? All right, that's bullish. And then if we're bearish, I could say that we either come down from here, literally, and we make this leg like this to be finishing the objective for this quarter of retracing, or we come up a little bit first and then we come back down. I know I just gave you two options of each, of buying and selling, and again, my situation of trading today, I was still profitable, very profitable today, and I didn't have a bias. Right, so hope that makes sense. And I've talked about everybody else, and we have news this week. So we have non-farm. Oh yeah, at the end of the week. So tread lightly. You guys take care, and God bless.